Good afternoon, guys, and happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to all of our sunshiny faces. Guys, back here, we got the painting job done. Well, actually not done. I think it's done being primed. You guys can maybe tell here, like, that there's a discoloration because this was what was painted earlier and this was not, because the stove was sort of here. Actually, I think some of this was, but Jack just re-primed it to make sure he didn't miss anything. And then, like, not all of this has to be done up here. But you can definitely tell, like, there's a huge difference. Like, you know, that's not just a shadow. And then there's a weird shadow that's also there that makes it look even worse. But yeah, guys, so this I think pretty much got done, and my dad has done part of this too, because obviously this has to be painted blue as well. And then we just put some, like, primer on here as well, just so that, like, you know, has kills in it and stuff like that, so we don't have to worry about, I don't know if it's kills, like the what's it called, like, you know, it kills mold and mildew, all that kind of stuff. Although it didn't look like there was a problem or anything like that over here, but I'm sure that there's possibly like a little bit of water damage from maybe the dishwasher or something like that, because I do know that we did have a, like, way early on with our, like, 3 times old dishwasher, it did wind up leaking one time horribly all over the place, and it was not good. But yeah, there, like I said, might have been a little bit of damage down there, so my dad's like, let's just prime this so when we get the stove put in there, you know, it's just all primed up and all that. Anyways, guys, what I really wanted to talk to you guys about today was that I went back out to the grocery stores for the first time in, I was telling you guys yesterday, I don't know, almost 3 months. I think the last time I went to the grocery store was like March 14th or 13th or 15th or 16th, something like that. So it had been an awful long time since I've been out of the grocery stores. And so as our states and our areas, like, starting to ease restrictions and stuff like that, because mainly my dad was going, and I would just give him, like, a list and stuff like that, but it was kind of starting to become a little bit of a hassle, just because, like, you know, at first it just kind of started to be like, okay, what is at the grocery stores, you know, and then he'd go and, you know, be like, okay, well, I was actually able to get these things, I wasn't able to get these things, and then it started to turn into now that stores obviously have a lot more, you know, like, supply and stuff like that, and they're not out of as much stuff, you know, just trying to, they, like, Jewel has been having a lot more sales recently. Aldi has been having a lot more sales. Not more sales, but just, like, you know, they had some really good deals on produce. But Jewel this week was awesome, guys. We spent, I think, $60 maybe, which would have been $55. I screwed up, and actually there was a deal on a whole bunch of the, like, the Chex Mix stuff, like this Chex Mix, and I ended up actually picking up the Muddy Buddy mix, which was not included in the sale, so it was buy 4 and you saved, like, I don't know, so much. You ended up getting them for 88 cents each if you bought 4. So there wasn't a limit, so I was like, I'll do 8 of them, because I was like, I'll probably at least have 2, and they're the smaller packages too, they're not like the huge big ones. So I was like, I'll probably at least have 2 myself, and then my dad will probably have 1 or 2, and then we'll just have extras in the pantry and stuff like that, for, like, you know, Matthew, Jack, and my dad if he wants other kind, or my mom and stuff like that, just to, again, have that snack stuff on hand, because we weren't really getting a whole ton of other snack stuff. Well, we did, but I'll share with you guys. Anyways, I ended up screwing up and got the Muddy Buddy mix, which was not included, so that plus the other 3 that we got weren't 4 products that ended up, you know, matching up with that, so I didn't end up getting those ones for 88 cents. So that was my bad, and I figured out that it cost us an extra $4.50 pretty much, or, like, right around that price, so it would have been about, I think, like $55 pretty much. But we ended up saving 65, I think, or something like that. We were like a little over 50%. My dad used the phone number again, and everything worked perfectly for him again. Like, he is just, I don't know what it is, guys, but I'm just gonna leave it up to him from now on to, you know, do the phone number at Jewel, because it always seems to work, and again, he hasn't had any problems. So I ended up getting, like I said, I actually had a lot of stuff, and I was like, I'm kind of nervous about this week because there was a handful of deals going on, like I said, with the Chex Mix. So that was one of them. They were 88 cents. We ended up getting 4, but again, 4 of them weren't at that price. And then we also got, they had goldfish, which were that was actually like a customized one. A couple of the things that was for this week were like personalized just for you offers. So goldfish, because I bought them before when they were on sale, they were $1.50 I think, which they're normally $2.50, so I was like, it's not that bad of a price. So we got a package of goldfish. We ended up also getting, they had a really good deal, guys, again, couponing deals on Nature Valley granola bars, and also because Nature Valley is General Mills, and also too, they had what's it called, Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. Those were $1.50 each when you bought 4 products. So we got 2 Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which are right here, guys, along with our other, this box I think is left over from last week. So we got 2 of those, plus like I said, we have some left over, and I think we grabbed an extra box of cereal from Aldi as well, just because they were a little bit of the smaller smaller boxes, because like Matthew and Jack are home and stuff like that, and it's summer and everything. They do eat a lot more cereal, you know, just like an easy go-to and stuff like that. I ended up getting 2 boxes of the cereal, 2 boxes of the Nature Valley bars, which were $1.49 each. Already a pretty decent price, but I had $1 off 2 clippable coupon for the cereal, and a 50-cent off 2 for the Nature Valley, which both came off. So it made the Nature Valley bars $1.50 or $1.25 each, and the cereal only 99 cents a box. So I got all 4 of those items for $4.50. So that's like a pretty good deal. So I was like super happy. That was probably one of the awesome deals that I got. They also had a bunch of produce, guys. I feel like we got a lot of produce this week, not only from Jewel but also from Aldi as well. They had strawberries, which were 99 cents each. We actually ended up getting 4 packages. They didn't have a limit or anything like that, and I normally use a whole package for my salads for the week, and then like between Jack and everybody else in the house, they can normally eat a couple of packages. And then Jewel or Aldi also had grapes on sale. Green grapes were 99 cents as well. We got spinach, and then at Jewel they had celery. That was again one of the just for you offers, were 99 cents with the just for you offer. And then they had like summer sales as well, which were also clippable coupons. Asparagus, guys, I got my celery, and then also the asparagus in here as well. That was 99 cents per pound with the clippable coupon. Plus too, they had the big packages. We had one in here already, but the big 2-pound package of carrots for $1.99, which is like $1 pretty much a pound, which is normal kind of price, I guess, for carrots, a decent price. They also had bell peppers were 99 cents, so I ended up picking up 2 yellow and 2 orange. I had Roma tomatoes on sale for 49 cents a pound. So we ended up getting a packet, or I think 4 of those I picked up as well. So we also still have, we have some blueberries in here as well. So that's what I'm going to do with my salads for this week. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that was on sale in here, or we got. But I also got some of my snack stuff that I haven't been getting at Aldi recently. Like just because some of the stuff I'm like, I would put it on my list, but I'm not sure that my dad like knew sometimes what to get or what to look for. So he'd been telling me that they didn't have the guacamole cups at our Aldi, which I really like to have with my quesadillas, or sometimes just other things in general. So he's been buying me like the 2-packs of them. But I knew that at our Aldi, they kept the guacamole cups in a separate place from where they keep the rest of the guacamole, like in the refrigerated section. The cups are near the produce section, and I knew this ahead of time. So when I went today, I checked and I was like, oh, they're right here. My dad's like, I didn't know this was where we were supposed to look for them, because of the other one that we normally shop at, not the one that's closer to our house, but the other one, that was the one where they normally keep all that stuff all together, but at ours it's kept in a different spot, so the layout's just a tiny bit different. So again, there was a couple things that I was like, I don't know if my dad's actually looking in the right place sometimes when he's like, oh, I didn't know that this was there, they didn't have it or whatever. Jewel also had 99-cent ice cream, so we picked up one of those. That was again with the just for you offer. And they also had, which weren't advertised, but I thought it was a good deal, so I picked up 4 more avocados because I actually just ran out of my last avocado today, and I was gonna get them at Aldi, but I didn't know what the price was gonna be. So we picked up a handful of other stuff. They also had water, was on sale for 99 cents for like a, you know, bottled water, which we haven't been buying super regularly because we do have our purifying pitcher that's lasted for about 3 months. I think actually the filter needs to be switched out today. But we've just been having that for like, you know, like if my dad or Matthew or somebody like that, you know, when you go to work and stuff like that, if you do need to refill your water bottle or just have a water bottle at all, because my dad will bring like a reusable water bottle, but then we'll need to fill it up sometimes, and especially if he's like out somewhere and doesn't have access to be able to fill it up, he'll have like an extra water bottle or two in his backpack. You know, so again, it's just more for like if you're running out of the house and you can't use the refillable water that's here. You know, and you think you're gonna need more than just like one bottle, you know, of water that you're bringing with, like a reusable bottle, because like that's what I have that I use. So anyways, yeah, I got that. Jewel also had bananas, were 29 cents a pound, I think, so we got a nice big stack of bananas. And then too, like I said, just some other stuff that I knew I needed. I got actually some yogurt. I got some, goodness, I don't even know, pretzel chips, because I actually haven't been getting those. I got some protein bars for myself, because again, I was like, I haven't really noticed that, like, and especially right now too, because we're without a stove until we get the new one in on Tuesday. I was like, I'm probably gonna need a couple of more like snack things, so like a protein meal bar to kind of substitute in, like to have it with extra something with lunch, because I can't really make anything in the, you know, oven or stove or anything, and normally that's kind of what a lot of my meals consist of. I cook on the stove mainly. I don't like to reheat things in the microwave or anything. So today we actually grilled for dinner tonight. We got hamburgers and hot dogs at Aldi, along with some buns. We also got some Chipotle black bean burgers, because they had those as well this week. And then I think I was telling you guys too, we had a neighbor that just recently moved in next door, or they were moving out. Our neighbor just recently moved in, so my parents actually were going to bring some wine over next door, and I was like, well, you guys can get some at Aldi. So my dad went back again and I ended up picking up another package of the black bean burgers, because I was like, we're probably going to grill twice this week. We're going to grill tonight, which we did, and then also probably on Monday. And we're going to do, actually, they had like frozen like pasta stuff that you can make in the microwave. It's like a pre-made like frozen dinner sort of thing. Again, because we're without a stove, we can't do a whole ton of cooking, although I could do, you know, something in the slow cooker, but I was like, I just kind of want a convenience thing. I could just throw it in the microwave, right? Instead of even two, because like, you know, we're just worrying about, you know, there's not a lot of space even two on the counter, because there's primer and all kinds of other stuff. So long story short, I just ended up picking up one of those. But then I was like, you know what though, I'm probably gonna wind up using up all of my burgers by Monday. I was like, and what if we grill like again on Friday or Thursday or something like that, and then we don't have, I don't have anything, you know, burger wise. And I always like to keep an extra package, and my dad has went sporadically and said that sometimes they've had it and sometimes they haven't. So I was like, well, you know what, if you're going back out, grab me an extra package, so like if next week they don't have any, that way I have some extra, just because I love those. There's a couple other kinds too that I don't mind, but like we did the quinoa crunch burger, I think is what it is, and it is so like tender that cooking on the grill too is like starting to fall apart. So I was like, yeah, the black bean burgers I think are a lot better for the grill than like the quinoa burgers, but I really love the way those ones taste too. So I think that was kind of it, guys. Like I said, I don't really know what else. I know we got a handful of other stuff at Aldi as well, or Aldi and Jewel too. They also had the big packages of Coke and Pepsi products, I believe. Like the 24 pack were on sale for $6.99 when you bought two, and they were, that's like I think $3.50 or something like that, you know, basically a 12 pack, which isn't horrible price. It's cheaper than I think Aldi. I think Aldi's is normally like $4 or $4.50 or something like that, or maybe $3 something, but I think it's more money than what they were there, and so I was like, we'll just grab them there. That was an okay deal. Like I said, we got a handful of other stuff, but I felt good, guys, going back to like the grocery stores. But it was super weird and like bizarre, like having a mask on the whole time while I was at the store, because like, I don't know, a lot of times like I don't, like, I'm just a very smiley person. I don't talk a whole lot. So like, you know, when I like go up to the cashier and stuff like that, I'm like smiling, and I was like, they can't see my face. You know, and we actually ran into like a family friend too at Aldi, and my dad was talking to him at first, and I was actually like sort of trying to like get out of the way from somebody else that was like in the other part of the aisle. And so my dad was like, you know, I was like walking away, but I didn't want to be like totally rude and like not like look back or acknowledge that like they were there. So I was like smiling, and I was like, they didn't even know that I was smiling under my mask at all. So yeah, guys, but I think it was like I said, pretty good day at Jewel. Like I said, we saved, it was it would have been $120 for what we got at Jewel that we only paid 60 bucks for, and I think we spent like 100 and something at Aldi. But we also ended up picking up toilet paper as well, because finally, you see toilet paper in the hallway, after the weeks right before really everything, you know, grocery stores were running out of stuff. The week before that, we got 2 packages of toilet paper. Before people even knew toilet paper was a shortage kind of thing. They had it on sale at Valley Produce. Grabbed 2 packages, and we found another package in the closet. Matthew brought some home from school as well. I think most of a full package. We have not been low on toilet paper in 3 months. We're like have maybe like 5 rolls left or something like that. So we ended up picking up a pack at Aldi this week, which was I think like $10 or something like that, but they're like the mega rolls. So I was like, this will probably last again for a good amount of time. But again, definitely don't want to get to the point where we're like at 1 roll and like, okay, actually we need to go out and get some, and you know, find out that like they don't have it or anything like that. So I was like, definitely want to look this week. Will probably last until next week, maybe even 1 more week after that, but it'd be good just to make sure that again we do have an extra package. So yeah, we're, like I said, good with that. But I did notice too, like at Aldi, they do say on a lot of stuff it's like a limit 2, limit 1. So toilet paper was a limit of 1. I think the hand sanitizer, my dad found some 2 or 3 weeks ago, with a limit of 1. And they had like pasta sauce, I think was a limit of 2, so I picked up 2 of those because I was gonna do, once we get the oven, was gonna do some pasta, like spaghetti with the chicken patties. Again, I'm like trying to figure out some other stuff, but I was like, every single thing that I have to make for dinners pretty much revolve around, with the exception of grilling, revolve around the stove and oven. The only thing was that we had corn in the fridge left over, and I was like, oh my gosh, we can't, you know, boil the corn on the stove, which is normally how we cook it. So we ended up grilling it, which my dad really liked, but my mom wasn't a huge fan of. So yeah, that's what we ended up doing. Felt good getting out, getting stuff done and stuff like that for today as well. And again, getting out to the grocery store, and again, because like especially Jewel this week, I was like, I don't know if my dad would be able to like have gotten everything on the list and all the right sizes and all that kind of stuff, and known like if I wrote down the list and stuff like that, because like, you know, what if they were out of cereal and he had to substitute something else? Like he wouldn't have known what to have gotten. So it was a good thing that I was there too. And I actually laid everything out on the list in order of the way our store's laid out. So that's a lot of times how I do for Aldi as well, and I really should try and do for also like Jewel and stuff like that when I do go to the stores. But I had it all laid out. I was like, okay, first is the produce section, then you come around, we go through the deli section, we go through, you know, this aisle and that aisle and stuff like that. So actually we never had to like backtrack and go back, you know, because we forgot something at the store. Everything was laid out perfectly in order of, you know, we went on the first aisle, grabbed all our stuff in the second aisle. You know, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, we needed this and we have to go back and run over there, and oh, we forgot that, so we have to go back and run over there, you know, that kind of thing. We were able to, like I said, everything was laid out perfectly on my list. So I just went through, and again, because I made the list, it's so much harder too when you're like couponing and stuff like that, and you're not like explaining it to somebody, or somebody is not totally understanding it ahead of time when they're going to the store. Like my dad, again, although he's done a really good job, but this week was definitely, I think, a little bit more heavy on the couponing part of it. And so some of that stuff was, again, like, you know, I don't know if, you know, they didn't have XYZ, he would have known to substitute that for something else because one of the deals wouldn't work or something. You know, and there was, I think, once or twice though too, where he didn't end up, like, it was like, buy this and you got this, or, you know, you have to buy 2 of something or something like that. And I think maybe once or twice, like, it ended up happening. So everything went perfect except my oops that I made with the Chex Mix stuff. So anyways, guys, I will maybe share with you guys some of the stuff that I've been doing as well, kind of like today. But yeah, I felt, like I said, good to actually, like, now too, I felt very out of control, I felt like, lately, because I haven't been going to the grocery store. So, like, I don't know, like, oh, what was my dad able to find, what do we have, and stuff like that. Whereas I think I've told you guys, I'm very good, like, if I'm in the grocery store and they don't have something, I can think on the fly, like, oh, I'll just replace it with that. My dad, you know, if I'm like, okay, I need this, and he's like, you know, I need pasta sauce, for example, and my dad's like, oh, they didn't have any, so I didn't buy it, you know, I'd be like, well, I could have gotten crushed tomatoes, and I know we have, you know, Italian seasoning and stuff like that. I could have made my own pasta sauce. So I can think on the fly like that. My dad would have just been like, oh, they didn't have it, I didn't get it, you know, that kind of thing. So you know, if it was something I really needed it for or whatever. But you know, or to, like, oh, they don't have this thing, so I can substitute that thing for it, you know, or whatever. So it's just, it made me feel a lot more in control today, being like, I was the one back at the grocery store, you know, because normally I do a lot of meal planning and all that kind of stuff. And so I felt a lot better this week being back out. But again, I will see what next week has in store, and I will share probably kitchen updates too tomorrow as well. But I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.